This is about fixing our state. This is about making Ohio great again. John and I share a vision for Ohio. We have to create an economic climate in Ohio where good jobs will stay here and good jobs will come here. The overly burdensome regulations and red tape that we face today will be gone. We'll be a state where we say, how can we help you be successful, not how do we stand in the way of your success. As a child growing up, I always felt like I had opportunity to be successful here in Ohio. My dad was a union bricklayer and my mom was a stay-at-home mom. I felt like we had a pretty typical working class family. I remember as a kid and even today now as an adult, some of the lessons my dad taught me. Most important was always do the right thing, even when it's difficult. Either I picked accounting or accounting picked me. I'm not sure which came first, but it really is a profession that I think I'm pretty suited for. It's my personality. Accounting is a no baloney business. We're about transparency. We're about making sure that they cross their T's and dot their I's, which is really the type of person that I am. Boy, you know, getting into politics was quite the change from what I had been doing. So very shortly after I took office as a state representative for the first time, I was presented with a very serious challenge, and that challenge was the Republican Party was supporting a tax increase, and I knew that it wasn't the right thing to do, and I didn't come to Columbus to raise taxes on my constituents, so I voted no. I didn't support the tax increase. It wasn't good for Ohio. I was kicked off of all of my major committees, including the Finance Committee, because of that one decision to vote against my party. But I always remembered what my dad told me, do the right thing. And if you do the right thing, there will always be a positive outcome. Maybe not immediately, but over time. It's been a great deal of fun serving as state auditor the last 3 years. We had to be able to do more with less. We cut our budget. We stood firm and said, you know what? These are the times that we live in. Ohioans expect and demand more from government. We have to be responsive to that, and we have to do the right thing. We ran our projections, and we determined Ohio would face an $8 billion budget deficit because of the decisions being made by the administration at the time. The governor made the decision to raise taxes, and it's unfortunate because, again, if you think about bad decisions and mismanagement, had things been handled the right way from the outset, I don't think that we would be in as bad of a position as we're in right now. I have 2 sons who will be making career choices soon. I envision Ohio as the place to be. The place to come for a good job, the place to stay for a good job, the place to raise their family. And so rather than just using the same old approach, the status quo, it's time that we challenge that status quo and do what every business owner has had to do across the state of Ohio, do what every family has had to do. You have to challenge the decision for every dollar that you spend and make sure it makes sense. We can reduce the size of government. We can make sure that taxpayers are getting better value for what they're paying. It's about all of us. It's about Ohio. It's about making our state great again. It's about working together as a team to overcome the challenges that we face.